Hello and welcome to another review from Colour with Claire. Today I'm reviewing this beautiful book called Friends of Nature by Joey Lim. Joey is a professional artist and designer from New Zealand, and this is her first colouring book. This one has 32 illustrations inside for you to colour. It's a paperback and it has a beautiful soft touch matte feel to the cover. On the back you'll see there's 5 thumbnails of just a few images from inside the book and a link to follow Joey on Instagram. So the book itself is signed personally by Joey, as is this beautiful linen printed picture that she includes with every package, and this is obviously the front cover of the book. This is also signed on the back by Joey. And this is basically how all of these illustrations started out. So Joey is an artist on deviantart.com, and she has been drawing, colouring, designing these images for years and years, and people kept asking her to make a colouring book, so she turned all of her artwork into line drawings for us to colour. And as you will see, it's all very fantasy in nature, but nature inspired as well. So we've got fantasy people with lots of leaves and different flowers. We've got berries and fruits. So it is very much nature inspired, but the fantasy element is there as well. So as you can see, it's one-sided and every single illustration is contained within a border. So these are ideal for colouring and then taking out and displaying or framing, because they're absolutely stunning drawings. So if you like to colour faces, skin, people, this is definitely a book for you. I believe that a person is featured on every single page. And here's where more of the fantasy element comes in. We've got a mermaid. And here's the girl from the front of the book, so you get to colour her as well. The paper is, it's heavier than normal printer paper, but it's not very thick at all. It has a very, very smooth finish to it. Pencils do work okay on it, but you won't be able to get that many layers because there's not any tooth really to these pages at all. So I would definitely say that this is more for markers or pens than it is for pencils. Here's another sort of sea creature. And there's lots of hair in this book as well, obviously, with there being lots of women in the book. You'll find lots of different types of hair, so if you enjoy colouring that as well, this is a good book to practice on. As you can see, just some absolutely stunning original artwork. You're not going to find to colour anywhere else. As we get to the end of the book, the very last page is one that I have coloured. I used Spectrum Noir pens to colour this, and I decided to make the colour palette to go along with the theme of the book quite fantasy. So we've got red sky, blue trees, yellow grass, green sort of mushrooms, and this alien type girl with grey skin and green hair. So yeah, the reason why I didn't put any card underneath here, and that's why you'll see a bit of bleed on the back, is because it is the last page and there's nothing after it, it's just the back cover, so I just decided to colour it. Yeah, so you can see how much alcohol markers do bleed with the paper. So yeah, definitely be putting some cardstock behind if you're using those. So the place to buy this from, the only place at the moment, is on Joey's Etsy page. Now the book is quite a substantial cost for 32 illustrations at £14.19, that's Great British pounds. Obviously there's also shipping to put on top of that depending on where you are in the world, so that's something you really got to consider as well. I don't think there's anything more I can tell you about the book. I think it's, let me have a look. Yeah, so you get the print with it. Everybody gets a print, everything's signed, and yeah, it's an absolutely beautiful book for anyone who likes fantasy mingled with nature. And if you want to know exactly where to buy it, I'll leave the link in the description below. So I really hope you've enjoyed this review, and I'll see you soon on Colour with Claire.